Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are you, everyone? My name is Kintu Ivan. Once again, today is Monday, the 3rd of September. It's a new month, and I want to continue with my live broadcasts from Monday to Saturday. The time is 21:30 East African time to 22 hours. I thank God that I've been able to do this for the last month, and thank you, admin, for rewarding me. Yes, I want to start also this month doing the same. My broadcasts are not about anything. My broadcasts are about a billion coin. My broadcasts are about block the revolution of money. My broadcasts are about expanding the understanding of blockchain technology in light of this important crypto asset called the billion coin. The billion coin is a cryptocurrency that runs on blockchain, like Bitcoin, but a bit different from some aspects. But it's a real with a mission to end poverty on planet Earth. Wow. And I'm proud to stand for this crypto asset. I'm proud to be a spokesperson of this crypto asset. It's now a couple of years since it came about, and you've got to know about it. Many people have not understood what cryptocurrencies are. I have a crypto shop around town, and every day I do teachings about blockchain technology and crypto assets. So you realize that many people do not understand what cryptocurrencies are and how much they are already disrupting payment systems. And this is what we're doing basically in being broadcasters. Once again, I want to thank you, admin, for giving us this opportunity to be spokespersons of this crypto asset called the billion coin. And today during my broadcast, I want to share briefly with my viewers about the bigger picture. We need to understand and unpack the disruptive potential of blockchain technology for human development. Now, this is very important for us. Some people, why have not taken cryptocurrencies seriously, they think this is some form of little thing that has been coiled by some guys around to steal people's money, to confuse people. What a smaller understanding that these people have. I gather this from the people that I talk to about crypto assets. They have very little understanding, and this little understanding has resulted into lack of faith in crypto assets. And many people have not positioned themselves in terms of acquiring assets or crypto assets, especially the billion coin, simply because their understanding of this technology is very limited. But I want to say this, that technologies, old and new, are propelling the current wave of innovation around the world. Artificial intelligence, you want to say robotics and machine learning, are all gaining new ground and being deployed in a wide variety of cryptic but off-hyped technologies is blockchain. An emergent technology developed Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency that was invented in 2008. But whereas artificial intelligence and robotics innovations seem to have a dark side, many perceive blockchain technology as a platform for a positive and even radical change. As a platform that is positive and a technology that is disrupting almost everything. This morning, I was going to office, and I picked up this paper, the East African paper, the East African, okay, the East African paper. Can you look at it here? The East African paper. And when I opened, I didn't know, but when I went to page, I think it's page 15, yeah, there was this story, a very interesting story about blockchain technology. Okay. And excuse me. It was very interesting. It was very interesting for me that something people some time back regarded as a no-go area now is actually making very, very, you can see this? Look at that. Okay. Let a million blockchain festoons this content of bright young minds. And the story is about how blockchain technology can change for the better the education sector and the health sector, especially in Africa. For me, that was really very interesting. 4 to 3 years ago, when we started talking about blockchain technology and its potential, people did not believe in us. They thought it was something small, it was something to joke about. Okay? But today, blockchain technology is referred to as a platform for positive and even radical change. Yet for developing countries, the high sophistication and the complex infrastructure requirements, bandwidth, connectivity, and high operating costs of this technology might prove a challenge if countries intend to be active players and not just end users of or consumers Exploring the relevance of new technologies to address existing socio-economic gaps and support internationally agreed development targets, including the globally recognized Sustainable Development Goals, is critical for countries in the South, global South. Now, I want that we understand these socio-economic gaps and agreed upon targets, including sustainable development goals. Now, when we talk about the billion coin, we are not just talking about something. When we help you to understand what this crypto asset is all about and what it can do, we are actually talking about bridging the socio-economic gaps that have been, created by the establishment. We are talking about meeting the agreed upon internationally targets in terms of development. This is what we're talking about when we encourage you to own and position yourself with this crypto asset called the billion coin. We are telling you that be part of the revolution, be part of the new era that is coming in, be part of this movement, the socio-economic gaps that have been created by the establishment. Okay? Important for you and me to position ourselves by acquiring some Kringle coins. Kringle coins are the small change of the billion coin. So the blockchain is one of the core underlying technologies that we've been talking about, and it came about the first successful decentralized peer-to-peer cryptocurrency in history. Now, why are we talking about this cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, vis-a-vis billion coin? Bitcoin came first, led the way of peer-to-peer cryptocurrency. And the billion coin is a peer-to-peer decentralized cryptocurrency. So, as a financial platform, Bitcoin required a digital ledger to record all transactions. The same thing also with the billion coin. The billion coin uses a digital ledger to record all transactions. The blockchain is the technology that furnishes such a ledger and records all transactions that take place on the cryptocurrency network. It is exactly what happens with the billion coins. Initially overshadowed by Bitcoin, blockchains gained relevancy in the past few years as a standalone technology that could be developed in sectors other than finance. I want to say that in a layperson's terms, blockchains can be defined as a public spreadsheet that sequentially records transactions among users operating within a decentralized peer-to-peer network. Every network, every network node stores an up-to-date copy of the data and updates automatically diffuse among all the nodes. One of the key innovations of blockchain technology is the way records are interlinked. Each row, comprised of a block of transactions, has a unique identifier linked to the previous one. The unique identifier of the previous block is used to compute the identifier for the new block, thus creating a mathematical link between the blocks in the chain. Changing or deleting rows is nearly impossible as it requires changing all the records in the chain. Adding new rows to the data requires node consensus achieved with the help of the proof of work algorithm, which nodes must run. Proof of work resembles the traditional guess the number puzzle, but has much higher complexity. The outcome of proof of work is shared among network nodes that can then validate outcome of proof of work is shared or validate the result. Once this happens, the block is added to the existing blockchain. Blockchain technology uses cryptographic tools. First, each block unique identifier is a cryptographic hash of the input provided. The block of transactions included in each block is also the result of a hash operation. Second, all nodes and users must use public key cryptography to be part of the network and interact with each other. Creating a profile of providing personal information is not required, in sharp contrast with the existing social media platforms. In a nutshell, this technology that runs cryptocurrencies, that makes the security of transactions that intact is what runs the billion coin. It's the same technology that runs the billion coin, that runs our coin, the billion coin. Why I opted to share about this is because some people are really confused about cryptocurrencies and the connection with blockchain technology. And in order to have faith in cryptocurrencies, one must understand the bigger picture of the technology on which runs the cryptocurrency. That's why I chose to share in my broadcast about this information. Probably we can also look at areas and sectors impacted by blockchain technologies. For example, government services, especially in programs related to e-government and smart government, land titles, one of the first areas of blockchain technology deployment, identity services, including personal reputation, management, freedom of speech, anti-corruption, electoral processes, new forms of governance in terms of both virtual and global governments, aid and development, supported by international donors and multinational organizations. Examples and evidence in this suggest blockchain deployments for the provision of public goods in developing countries are still in their infancy. Many of these efforts are supply driven, with local institutions playing a positive role with limited ownership of initiatives. Blockchain technology initiatives engaged in smart government programs and identity services likely have the best chance to success in the medium run. And on the other hand, private goods provision of blockchain technology has an internal financial sustainability component that, like in attracting suppliers, as long as prices are at central level, yet billions of people around the globe do not have access to such goods, such as banking services, to which the poor rarely have sustained access. In this light, this examines about 5 areas where private goods and services provision is lacking. And these include banking for the unbanked, remittances, agriculture, food security, and intellectual properties. So you can see when you hear us talking about the billion coin, we're not just talking about something small. We're talking about a technology that is so disruptive, a technology that is going to be deployed almost in every sector, almost in every sector. So the billion coin is part of that new technology. And you acquiring the billion coin means you are positioning yourself for the use of this technology, a technology that is going to make your life better, a technology that is going to improve things in almost all sectors. Bad when massive adoption happens and you are there running in circles as if something has hit you. That's why broadcasters every day are there to encourage you, are there to share with you their experiences so that you are able to position yourself. And you know what? Position yourself with this crypto asset called the billion coin. The mission of this asset is to end poverty globally. Why don't you be part of that movement? Why don't you be part of that noble job? Time has never been my best ally. I just have a couple of minutes to wind up this. I want to thank you for watching this broadcast. Please, I pray that you get inspired into an action for your own good and for the good of those that you regard dear ones in your life. Once again, I thank you, admin, for giving us this opportunity to be broadcasters for such an important opportunity. I want also to thank you, our senior leaders, wherever you are, for taking the first steps in doing whatever we are doing in this community, in this movement. For us, we only follow what you do. We do it second. That's what we can afford. Thank you so much, senior leaders, wherever you are. And I want to convey my sincere greetings to all of you, Tibetians wherever you are. Let us continue running behind the admin and expand our community for the good of everyone. Thank you so much. Let us meet again tomorrow at 21 hours East African time. My schedule is schedule 14. Thank you so much. Good evening and good night.